Let's move now into not getting it in Novi. So let's figure out what they are not getting. These names are so cute. I love it. Not getting it in Novi writes in, I went to go close on our home. The seller had agreed to provide a warranty deed at the time we closed. When we asked for our warranty papers, the seller's agent said that they did not agree to provide a home warranty and that the train had already left the station. Can we sue the seller for the home warranty, not getting it in Novi?
Okay. So we must have a real like feisty law clerk who's trying to, put some clues there.
I know, it's a little bit of a jab.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately, this happened about maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So just so you know, and this is it is simplistic, but I think it kind of goes to a really important point. The people who called in on this were at the time irate. They were at the closing table. My office had referred this transaction to a title company that we work quite well with, and the closer called kind of frantic because the buyer, who, this is the question, the buyer was insistent that they were getting a home warranty contract. And they didn't know what this warranty deed was. That's not what they paid for. And yes, they actually did pay for the warranty deed. A warranty deed is different than a warranty, home warranty.
Yes.
Okay, a home warranty is just an agreement. It's like a warranty for your car.
Right.
It covers certain losses in the first or second, maybe up to the second year or however many years you keep subscribing. It's just like an insurance policy. That's what a warranty is.
Right.
It covers the repairs on the home. I think the people were looking for a home warranty. And what happened was they were given a warranty deed. A warranty deed is actually a conveyance instrument that is the best type of conveyance instrument that you can get from your seller that says, hey, I am warranting this title, that if there's ever anybody who comes and says that, they have a better ownership than you, better ownership rights than you do, I will defend on your behalf. Okay, I will defend you and your title because I'm giving you the warranty. I'm giving you the best type of deed that says I own it. Nobody else has any rights. And if somebody claims that they do, I will step up to the plate and I will defend it. Now, what happens is the seller, they pay for a title insurance policy that then does that. Okay, that's why title insurance companies, Blair, always want a warranty deed, right? Most often they will not give insurance if it's a quit claim deed, right? Because they don't know what's insurance.
Right.
A warranty deed. So the confusion here is they thought they were getting a home warranty. There was no home warranty in this whole transaction. Okay, and then they ended up. We explained to them that no, you're getting a warranty deed. Now the reason why it's an important question, just for the purposes of tonight's meeting, is just to show that there are numerous real estate professionals out there, real estate agents, title agents, mortgage people, real estate investors, real estate attorneys, and we have to be empathetic to the people who've never purchased a home before in their life, and now they're purchasing a home and they have this confusion. The reason why it was so problematic for this young couple buying the home is they did not have a real estate agent who was did not do a good job of communicating with their client. And it created such a mess that this phone call came in while we were in the middle of something else. I had to calm these people down. But that's really the point of that question. Is like, look, you know what? There is a lot of things in real estate that can be confusing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And to go to a professional or to get it clarified, if you don't know, go to somebody beforehand. I believe these people, and I did tell you this before, because sometimes we go through these questions with, before we go online. And I'll just tell you, the title agent was so, relieved to be done. What they did was they offered these people, they contributed $100 towards a home warranty for these people. Now, I want to tell you that this is another quick lesson. You can buy a home warranty on your home at any time. You don't have to close on your home, and that's the only time you're going to get a home warranty. You can get a home warranty, every year you can buy a home warranty for your house.
Right.
So that's another little lesson from that. You don't have to get it at the closing. Be nice if the seller paid for it, but not in that situation.
Right. No, and it makes me think back to when John Paul and I closed on our first house after we got married. And I just sat at the closing table and smiled through the whole thing and didn't say a whole lot because I just didn't really know what was going on. You know, and there is a lot of trust that you put into your realtor. You just kind of trust that things are going to go smoothly, and by the time everything is signed and paid for, that the house really is yours, and nothing went sideways. And so I completely empathize with these people. They saw the word warranty, they just didn't really understand. And
I wasn't in the closing room, but my understanding it was the people in the room. I hate to throw anybody under the bus, but the buyer's agent, who probably was pretty frustrated with the whole process with these folks, and because it can be frustrating. But when somebody that doesn't do this every day, instead of yelling or whatever and calling people names, is to be empathetic and try and help and understand what it is, the source of the confusion.
Right.
And we got it taken care of.
Good.
That's enough. That's enough on that one. I hate to cut it short, but I mean, come on, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. Let's move to our final question for the evening. Stressed is